right, we are starting in Supta Baddha Konasana. So the soles of your feet are together and your knees are out, and you'll be lying on your back, palms facing upward. If this is impossibly uncomfortable for your hips, you can always take a bolster or a blanket or a couple of rolled towels and put them under your knee or under your hip in order to have a little bit of extra support there. But the general idea is that you can relax in this pose while gravity is helping to open your knees. So if at any point you're uncomfortable and you need to add that rolled towel or the bolster around your knees or your thighs, please feel free to do that. While you're here, close your eyes. Allow gravity to do its thing while you rest. Take a deep breath in and slowly, with an audible ah, let it out. Ah. One more time. Slowly breathing in. And an audible ah, exhaling. Ah. Very nice. Take a moment to observe yourself. Look inside at your emotions. These are your emotions. They belong to you. They are not right or wrong. They simply are. Joy, sadness, excitement, fear, whatever you have, notice them. And then take a moment to notice your mind. You are human, and so your mind goes and goes and goes. Our goal for the next hour is to be present. So make a commitment to take those thoughts, to set them aside, and you will get back to them. I was listening to NPR, and there was a story about our mental health. And I was reading the Wall Street Journal, same topic. The idea is that we don't have to have diagnoses of anxiety and depression and other issues. Every one of us has mental health. And our mental health has to be acknowledged, especially during this time. We have to find ways to connect with others because we are human. That's important. And we have to slow down and take that deep breath. And so I congratulate you for being here, for taking care of your body and your mind. Bring your awareness now into your body. Feel the sensations, the tightness, the twinges. Notice your body in ways you typically just ignore. And then bring your awareness to your breath. You can bring your hands to that upper belly, lower ribs, where the diaphragm muscle is found. And as you breathe, observe how you're pushing out when you breathe in, and how as you exhale, your hands are going to sink in naturally. So we are now going to begin to control that breath a little bit further. Our goal is to slow down. I will count to 4 for your inhale, and then we'll pause, and I will count to 4 for your exhale. Ready. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it at the top. Hold is a natural kumbhaka. When you're ready, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold the bottom. Again, it's a natural kumbhaka. Here you go. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding naturally. And when you're ready, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow. As you're ready, continue your breath. See if you can slow down, especially the exhale, even further. This counting helps you to keep your focus present on those numbers and the movement of the breath. So continue that count. Continue that breath. Now, while you're lying down, go ahead and bring your arms out to the side. And as you get to your next inhale, use your arms like making a snow angel, dragging the arms up along the floor on your inhale, reaching them as far up above your head as is reasonable for you. And when you are ready to exhale, again, slowly drag the hands down along the floor like a snow angel. When you're ready to breathe, your inhales, your arms will extend upward. And on your exhales, your arms will gently move back down. Next time your arms are down, go ahead and bring your knees up together so the soles of your feet are flat on the floor. Go ahead and put your arms out at a T position. They're out of your way. And go ahead and roll to your left hip and bring both knees to that left side. Good. Back through the center. And on your next exhale, roll to your right hip, bringing both knees to the side. So my shoulders and arms aren't moving. If anything, I'm thinking consciously about pushing my left shoulder down, keeping it from moving upward. I inhale, my knees back through the center. And I exhale, my left hip, knees pointing left. And I think about my right shoulder pushing into the ground so it's not coming up. Continue doing this motion. It's important that you don't just flop. If you simply flop over and hang out there, there's no stretch happening. So I consciously am pulling with my knees toward the ground, getting a little bit of a stretch in that hip flexor particularly. And when I'm ready, going back through center. And on my exhales, going the opposite direction. So again, if I just flop, no benefit. Make sure that you consciously push and pull and feel the sensation. It's not about what this looks like. It's about what it feels like in order to get the benefit for you. Oh, I love that idea. You can move your arms with this if you would like. It's great. And when you're ready, return to the center and find your way up to a seat. All right, go ahead and find your Sukhasana. I'm going to have my right leg in front at this point. And we're going to go ahead and inhale our arms tall. And we're going to turn from our core toward our left side and drop the hands down. Inhale, lengthen again. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And on your exhale, pulling the belly toward the spine allows you to twist a little bit further. Nice. On your next inhale, return to center. And on your exhale, you're going to twist to the right, dropping your arms down. Next inhale, you lengthen the spine again. And on the exhale, you twist a little deeper, pulling that belly toward the spine. And on your inhale, returning towards center. And lowering the arms. Good job. All right, let's do a little bit of neck stretching. Start with just turning your chin over your left shoulder and feel its end point. Stay there for a moment. And then return through center. Again, we're keeping the chin parallel to the ground right now. Turning the chin to the right shoulder, finding your natural stopping point, your natural end. Stay there for a moment, explore the sensation, and then turn back through center. This time we're going to take the ear, left ear, we're going to bring the ear toward the shoulder. Again, find your ending and stay there for a breath. When you're ready, bring your head back to center. The right ear will come to the right shoulder. On your exhales, when you do the motion, and stay there for a moment. And on your inhale, go ahead and return to center. Now we're going to take the chin down to the sternum, as far down as it can go. And just breathe here for a moment. And on your next inhale, raise the chin up. Now we're going to lift the chin. We're not dropping the head back. We're lifting the chin toward the sky without dropping. Nice. Inhale. And on your exhale, return to center. Good. I'm going to lower my chin, and I'm going to make a smile with my chin over toward my shoulder. Lowering the chin. And then I'm turning the head, moving the chin toward the left shoulder. And back to center. Now I'm going to turn toward the right shoulder. And back to center. And lifting up again. All right, let's do some shoulder circles. Raising the shoulders up to the ears, bringing them behind and consciously pulling them down. Good. One more time. Inhale. Hold your breath as you drag them behind, and then exhale. Pull them down. Nice. And release. Shake those out. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and extend our legs forward. Back of the legs consciously pushing down into the ground. Toes pulled up and toward you. Hands can be on the floor next to your hips. So you can push down and lift your body even more. As you exhale, you're keeping your length in your body, pushing the hips behind you, leaning forward. Might only be half an inch, it's okay. Keep the length. Inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean forward. Again, what you're doing is teaching the body to rotate the pelvis around the femur. So if you're moving your shoulders forward, you're not getting any benefit out of this. Be careful. Keep the body long. Keep the hands back. So the motion is coming from the hip. The body is rotating over the legs. And for many people, that motion is only about half an inch, so it's okay wherever you're getting that. Nice. Think about the back of your legs again. Push down. There you go. We forget that so easily. All right, go to your ending point, wherever that is. Bring your hands forward. Hold on, whatever part of your legs you can. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, see if you can reach a little further. Go ahead and round this time. And when you round over, if you would like to have something for your belly or for your head, you can create a nice little stack by having your forehead resting on something. You encourage the activation of your parasympathetic nervous system, so you are able to relax more deeply, going into that sleep and eat state. So you can just use your forehead onto your hands or a block or a pillow, whatever you've got. Allow the rest to happen. And pushing upward. Nice. All right. We often go into figure 4 at the end of class, but we're going to go into it now because we're going to be working these hips a bit more. So on your back, we're going to go ahead and take our right leg, right ankle across the left. We're going to lift that left foot off the floor, pulling the right ankle in toward the belly. And you can reach around underneath the left leg to assist that pull. You could also take the right hand on the right knee, could push the knee away while the ankle is being pulled inward. Working on that right hip. You hear the breath like the ocean wave. Now, while you're here, go ahead and find some motion, some side to side motion. This little gentle motion is going to help you, again, to remove the natural protection, saying, oh, tighten up, oh no, it's stretching. Your body just wants to protect itself. So if you do this little gentle motion, at the same time, it's relaxing more so that it's going to help to stretch a little bit further. And when you're ready, you can set your left foot back to the ground, your right foot on the ground, pick your left foot up, bring it across your right knee, and then bring the right foot up off the ground, reaching around and either holding on to the back of the right leg to pull in toward the belly, and or using your left hand on the left knee to push it away, and working with this a bit. And again, you can feel that pull in that hip. So I want you to imagine that your lungs are actually in the hip. And when you inhale, you're filling the air, the oxygen, the life energy into that hip space. And when you exhale, you're releasing. And you release somewhat of that sensation at the same time. So you're able to work with the sensation. And again, this isn't about what it looks like. It's about the feeling. Take another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. And then you can do those little rocking side to side. And around and around. And just kind of explore the sensation for a moment. Good. And release that down. Come on up to sit. We're going to go into Baddha Konasana. So we started in Supta Baddha Konasana where we were laying down, but now we're sitting up with the same posture. All right, so when you're here, first of all, go ahead and open your feet so that the soles are coming up toward the sky if they can. Okay, then take a moment to give yourself a little foot love, which is go ahead and use your thumbs and walk along the edge of your feet, pushing in, finding those tender places and going, oh, I didn't know my feet were so tight. Because we walk on our feet every day, ignoring them, abusing them, expecting them to continue doing their thing because they always do, until suddenly they don't. And you go, ow, what's happened? So we've all had these things happen to our feet from time to time. But if we paid more attention to them and we gave them this daily little massage, we could prevent some of those little owies from happening, not all of them. So just a little bit of foot love for a moment. Nice. And if you want to do your calves, it's a wonderful thing. Again, this bigger muscle that you see, that's the gastroc. underneath that, so if you kind of squeeze behind it, you have another muscle, and it's the soleus. And sometimes one or the other of those muscles gets really tight. So you have to try and get into both of them. So this is a good position to have that gastroc kind of loosened, where you have an opportunity to get into that soleus, which is behind it. You have to kind of squeeze around it. Good. All right. So now that we're done kind of loosening that up, pay attention to the sensation that is in your thighs at the moment. And we want to create space in the bones so that your knees have the opportunity to come down. You don't want to just force them down. Let's make space by thinking about lifting and rotating back. So hold on to your ankles. As you lift your body, imagine you're going to rotate. They don't really rotate. They activate the muscles and they create space. And notice how my knees just kind of naturally go down when I create that space. Okay. Now, to create more space, think about your knees and don't think down, think apart, think wide. Again, what you're doing when you do that is creating more space, and the knees go closer and closer to the ground. Now, if this is super easy, pull your feet in closer to your body. If you need to lighten it up again a little bit, push your feet a little further away from you. Go ahead and explore that for a moment, sitting tall, finding the best foot location for you. Now think about your core, your belly. Lift and pull back toward your spine while lifting toward your heart. Good. Breathe. See some people holding their breath. Nice. Now from here, we're going to take another, you could continue just moving upward, or you can begin to allow yourself to round forward over the top of your feet, curving the back. And again, you can use your hands to rest. You could use a block to support your forehead, bolsters, blankets, whatever you've got. Breathing in and breathing out. And then pushing up out of that. Good. All right, so a couple more hip-focused choices here. We're going to go into a tabletop for just a moment. And every time you go into this tabletop, whether we're doing exercises here or not, I want you to think about lifting that pelvic floor and pushing with your arms. Always find that strength. Good. Now, bring your right knee forward, and then walk the foot of the right foot off to the left side. Now, bring the back knee and the front knee close together. Get them as close together as you can. So now my right foot is off to the left side and the left foot is off to the right side. And keep walking, keep struggling, get those knees and thighs as close as you possibly can. Good. And then the reason I've walked my feet over to the sides is I'm going to begin to push backward. Walking my hands back, bringing my hips to sit between my feet. I know, I can see these expressions. If you need to have a pillow, a block, a blanket, something so that you can sit more reasonably, feel free to do that. This can be really hard to get into. That's why I start with the tabletop. You're doing marvelously. Find something. Come out of it entirely if you need to, and get that something first. And you can have a stack of somethings ready as needed. And then once you're, let's see, we had right leg forward. Once you've got this, you kind of scooch your way back, and you get your knees to wherever they are, and you sit up. You can have as much underneath you as you need to, and the goal is to try to get those knees stacked up. Pretty close. So right now, Gail, your knees are apart like this. If you want to take this one, which I think is your right one, and bring it across, the goal is to have crossed legs. And I'm having trouble seeing your other people, but that's okay. That's okay. This is a tricky one. Good. So when you find your best form of this, and we're going to do the other side, it's really can be intense. There can be a lot going on there, but it's a great one to practice. So go ahead and struggle your way out of that however you can, and we'll do the other side. That's okay. We know where we're going now, and each side is going to be a little different. Okay. So we're going to start in the tabletop. We're going to bring the left knee forward, and then we're going to take the right foot back behind you. It's going to help so you can lift that back knee. It's out of the way. Now you can walk that left foot under that right foot. There you go. Now drop the right knee again. Now begin to walk that right knee forward and the left knee backward so that you're in this little X position with your knees as close as you possibly can get them together. Nice. And then try to walk your feet further apart so the feet are on either side of your mat. Good. Now from here, you begin walking your hands back toward your body, and you have your stack of whatever you might need behind you, and you push yourself to a seated position. Yay! Good luck. All right. So wherever you're at is perfect. Now, if it's super easy for you, your goal is to get these knees actually in line with each other, okay? Most of us, our knees kind of come apart a bit, but if it's easy, you work toward getting those knees lined up. And then you straighten your back, and you walk the feet, ideally, again, you know, if it's easy, you walk your feet further apart and then further forward. And you're going to increase that stretch in that left hip. Everybody get a sensation? Yay! All right, good job. Inhale, exhale, and then come on out of this. Because if it's really excessively uncomfortable, we don't want to stay there a long time. Good. All right. So the next one we're going to do is frog. So in frog, I typically take my mat and I roll the ends to give my knees a little extra cushion. Because what you're doing is creating a frog look. My knees are going to be on the mat, and my feet are actually pointing 90 degrees. So my ankles make a 90-degree angle, my knees make a 90-degree angle, and my hips make a 90-degree angle. From here, you begin to lower toward the ground. So watch out if your hips are too far forward or your hips are too far back. Just kind of adjust the hip location, working toward that 90-degree angle. And the toes are pointed outward like a frog. And the line from the knee down to the ankle should also be in alignment with the edge of the mat.
with the short end. So it's 90 degrees out from the hip and then 90 degrees from the knee to the ankle. And you should be getting a lovely stretch on the inside of your thigh. If you're comfortable, you could put your head down, you could put your chest down, you can rest. And like I said, you can shift the weight forward and back of your hips to find where you get the best sensation. And then breathe in and out. One more nice breath. And then begin to push the weight onto your hands again. And begin to push your weight back, sliding your knees in and coming out of that. Was that successful?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good. All right. Doing great. Yeah, we're really working the hip area. So the next one we're going to do is pigeon, and I would like you to have 2 of something. 2 blocks, 2 cans of food, 2 books, 2 anything, yep, anything you've got. Now the trick with pigeon is that people enter this in a hurry and they don't get themselves lined up properly, and then they put excess pressure in their knees. If you ever find sensation in your knees, I want you to come out of the pigeon and then re-enter it, because we don't want to put excess pressure in the knees. So we're going to again start in that tabletop position. In your tabletop position, we're going to bring the left knee forward. And then we're going to walk the right leg behind you further. Okay, good. Now you can start to walk your left foot toward the right side a bit. Good. Now I want you to look over your right shoulder. If your right foot is off to the side, okay, then that's going to put pressure in your knees. So you need to walk the whole leg toward the center line directly behind you. Good. Now, what you're going to do is walk your toes backwards. So it's going to be toe, let's see, toe, knee, as I walk that foot further behind me. Toe, knee, walking the foot backward. Then I'm going to take these 2 blocks and I'm going to bring them under each hand. And I'm going to have them wherever I need to, whatever level works best, because there's 3 levels. This is the low level, this is the middle level, and this is the high level. Whatever level works for you. I'm going to walk those blocks back, closer and closer to my hips. So they start out here, and I walk them backward toward my hips. Because now I can push on my hips and I can lift myself up and go, oh, less pressure. That's good. Okay, good. So now that you've kind of walked them back and you're walking your body upright, this is excellent. Your right hip is going to have a natural tendency. It's going to want to turn and open because that takes the pressure off. So you're going to have to consciously think about pulling that right hip forward and the left hip back. Nice. Now again, make sure that right foot is directly behind you. Walk it toward that center line. Good. Lift, 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 lift with the body. So pushing with the hands, lifting with the body. And then I can scooch my left foot a little further off to the side or a little further forward. The more I lift, the more I can sink my whole body down. The more I can actually get my thigh, my right thigh, to touch the ground a little bit. Good. Think about that right hip, pulling it forward. You should be getting a stretch in the front right hip and or the back left hip. So far, so good?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, now you could continue just this, just right here. There's plenty of sensation going on. But it is an active pose because of all this lifting we're doing. And if you would like to be more restful, you can begin to walk forward and lower your head toward your hands or onto your hands. But again, think about the right hip. You might need to turn your toes under so you can push a little bit and pull that right hip up toward your head. So it's like a clock on a hand, and it needs to go backwards. It's pointing at 6 right now. It needs to come toward the 3. There you go. Then breathe and relax. Should be getting a nice sensation in the left hip at this point. One more deep breath here. And when you're ready, begin to put weight onto your elbows, your hands, begin lifting your body upright. And then you're going to tip toward your left hip, putting the weight onto the left hip. You can bring the right leg around, forward, and watch this. Bring the right leg on top of the left leg. We're now in double pigeon. In double pigeon, yep, the right ankle is on top of the left knee. The right knee is on top of the left ankle. So our feet are more forward than what you often are thinking of for yoga. And that's okay, wherever they are. If they're up here, they're up here. That happens. It's okay. As long as you're getting nice sensation. And then you inhale. And you exhale. And you enjoy the feelings, knowing that you are doing fantastic things for your body. Good job. And then release the legs. And let's go back to our tabletop. You're doing a great job. Knowing how to safely enter these is really important because causing yourself injury sets you back, and that's what you don't want. All right, so we did our left leg forward last time, so bring your right knee forward. And then walk your left foot back, left knee back. Maybe tip the toes under so you can lift that knee up and walk the right foot over toward the left. There you go. You can drop the back knee and you can grab your blocks. Bring them in nice and close to you so you can start to lift your body upright. And begin to walk back into an upright posture, using whatever level of blocks works best for you. Now looking over your left shoulder, you'll see that your foot is probably off to the left side a little bit, and so you walk it in toe, heel, toe, or toe, knee, toward the center line of your body. From here, begin pushing up, and then toe, knee, that back leg further behind you. And your whole body can sink down as you do that. And that front foot, I can walk it a little further forward. Just the foot, not the knee. And that left hip, I can pull it toward the front, and the right hip can pull toward the back. Good. There's plenty of sensation going on right now, yes?
Yes.
Good. Inhale, lengthen. And you could stay right here, or if you're ready, you can choose to fold forward. Now again, when you get here, think about your left hip pulling toward your head and your right hip pulling toward your feet. It's like the clock, hands of a clock. And you're going in that clockwise direction. Then if you could have your hands under your forehead, again, that helps you find that parasympathetic state where you can simply relax and allow the sensation to exist and allow the sensation to release. With every exhale, there's a release of that sensation. Each inhale fills your hip with that life-giving oxygen. And on each exhale, releases a little bit deeper. And when you're ready, gently begin to put weight onto your elbows or your hands and begin to come upright, tipping your weight to the right side, bringing the left leg up and around. The left ankle goes over the top of the right knee. The bottom right foot has the left knee on top. Our shins are parallel and they're further forward from your body. I'm not tucked up here close to my body. Have them away from me. Nice. So if your knees are really wide, your goal is going to be to bring them a little bit closer together so that the feet, yep, if you have to have that bottom leg straight, that's okay. Have it where you can have it. Yeah. Good. And then breathe in and out. One more breath. And untangle those legs. Bring them forward. Shake them out. Rock side to side. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead into a wide straddle. Now, wide is wherever wide is for you. If this is wide, that's fine. Find your wide straddle. Okay, now I'm going to first create a little bit of space just by rocking and picking up the extra flesh. And I'm going to push my hands behind me and lift my body so I'm nice and tall. We're always looking for that length. Sometimes it actually helps to have the blocks there. And you can actually lift up off the ground. There you go. Nice length. Good. Thinking about the backs of your legs. We're going to push those in the ground. Thinking about your toes, bringing them back toward you. Inhale, lengthen, and let's go ahead and go forward first. On each inhale, you're going to lengthen further. And you may or may not get a little bit further on your exhales. So again, it's tipping from the hip, not from the shoulder. Nice. Let's come back to center. We'll do that one again in a moment. For now, I'm going to have you take your left elbow and place it, your hand and elbow, on your leg. Okay? This is my left elbow on my left leg. Now I'm going to turn my body somewhat toward the right side. I'm going to walk or lean down so that my left elbow is more solidly on my left leg. I'm going to extend my right arm up toward the sky, and that could be it for you. but you're getting a sensation in the right side. If you're able, you're going to walk your left arm further down your left leg, but it's about lifting up and then over. It's more about the upward than the over. Lift up, look under your right arm, look up toward the sky. There you go. It's going to help you get that more sensation in the right side body. Nice. Now push up again. We're going to go the same direction, but we're going to turn our body toward that leg this time. So turn your body toward the left leg. Bring the toes back toward you. Use your right hand in the front and your left leg in the back. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then you exhale, you're going to lean over that leg. You can keep your hands where they are, and you can keep lengthening on the inhale. And on the exhale, lean again. If you can reach your toes, feel free to reach, especially your right hand across. Every inhale lengthens. Every exhale releases. When you're ready, begin to walk your hands backward, sit upright again. So going to the right side, we're going to take our right elbow and our right hand, place them on our right leg. Use your left hand to first find length, then lift the hand tall and lean toward the right toes. We're up and over, finding that sensation along the left side. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you might slide that right arm down the right leg. You can look under your left arm up toward the ceiling to increase you're not rounding forward. So if you're looking under, you're going to hopefully open up that back shoulder a bit. And go as far as you reasonably can. Some people actually reach over the top and they grab their foot. I'm not there yet. Breathe in and out. And then gently walk your way back up. I'm going to take my right hand behind my hip, my left arm in front of my legs, and I'm going to find that length again. And I'm going to turn my body toward that right side. Once I have that length, I'm going to exhale, and I'm going over my right leg. Now you can continue keeping your hands here and finding that length on each inhale, or you can bring the hands forward and round down. But on every inhale, lengthen, and on every exhale, release. And when you're ready, gently push yourself back up to center, shake it out. And if you remember, I said we were coming back to that forward fold. So hands behind your hips. Inhale, lengthen. And if all you can do is go upright from here, that's great. Stay there. If that's getting you a stretch, then stay there. If you want, you can begin to fold forward, bringing the stretch inward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Slow, deep breaths in. Slow, deep breaths out.
And then slowly bring your hands together, sitting up, bringing your legs together, shaking them out. There you go. And let's head onto your backs, almost to your Savasana. On your back, let's find your happy baby first. So for your happy baby, you're bringing your knees to your armpits, generally reaching through, but you can also reach on the outside. Grabbing your feet if you can, grabbing your ankles if that's what you can get. Pulling those knees toward the arms, and the feet are flexed back. Sometimes called happy bug, sometimes called happy baby. And from here, you can explore. You can straighten one leg and bend the other leg. You can straighten both legs. You can rock side to side. This is a chance for your inner child to just dance. And when you are ready, when you feel like your body is ready for stillness, find your Savasana, which is your legs are going to be about mat width, your arms at about 45 degrees. Some people are not comfortable. You might need a blanket or a pillow under your knees, or maybe a little support under your head. Do what you need to be comfortable. And then simply close your eyes. Open your hands, palms upward, and allow my voice to guide you. Yoga is a process of slowing down the churnings in your mind. It requires the physical work, the asana, in order for the body to find stillness. When the body finds stillness, then the mind has an opportunity to find glimmers of stillness. Congratulations on giving yourself this hour. You've done it. Now reap the reward. Feel the weight of your body, supported by the mat underneath you. Put your awareness into your feet. Feel the heavy weight of your feet resting on the earth. And allow these heavy feet to get heavier and heavier and to sink deeply into the earth. Draw your awareness to your legs. Feel the weight of your legs. And allow your legs to get heavier and heavier and heavier. Allow these heavy legs to sink deeply into the earth. And draw your awareness to your shoulders, arms, back body. Feel the weight. Allow your body to get heavier and heavier and heavier, and to sink deeply into the earth. And draw your awareness to your face. Release the little muscles around your mouth, around your eyes, around your ears. Let the earth pull your face back. And draw your awareness inside your mind. Imagine there was a large television screen and you are watching your thoughts enter on the left side of this screen, move across, and exit to the right. As an observer, you try not to judge and you try not to interact. You simply see another thought enter, move across, and you notice there is space after one thought and before the next thought. Put your awareness into the space between the thoughts. In this space, all you feel is love, beautiful, enormous, encompassing love. And the love is emanating from you, and it's all around you. And all other beings are also this great love. You are connected. And you are perfect. Yes, you, with all your imperfections, are perfect. And you have within you all you need to deal with all life brings. In this loving space, everything is right. You feel peace, contentment, joy. Know that these feelings are always within you. And when you leave your mat and you're dealing with the world, when you need these, all you need to do is take a breath in and a breath out. And all of this wonderful sensation of love and peace will return to you. For now, become aware of the room you're in again. The air moving against your skin, your mat under your body. And gently, as you're able, find your way to a seated position of comfort. In your seated position of comfort, bring your hands to your heart center and know that the term namaste means the light that is within me honors the light that is within you, and we share. Namaste.
Namaste.